Hey, if we don't know each other, I'm Pastor Matt, and once a month we do a special chapel for Saipan Community School students, General Baptist Bible College students in Davao City Philippines, and our YouTube subscribers, and this is the special one.
Hey, what up? I'm Pastor Matty Ice.
And I'm Victoria, and we love education.
We taught our dog these cool tricks.
We teach students cool stuff.
And we love to learn from people around the world. So go on an adventure with us
by hitting that subscribe button
as we draw on whiteboards
around the world.
Hey, what up everybody? We're so excited to see you again. I'm Pastor Matt.
I'm Victoria. And if you want to go on more adventures with us more than once a month, you should ask your parents so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel.
It's Pastor Matty Ice. We'd love to see you there as we hang out here on the beautiful island of Saipan and around the world. This year in these devotionals, we have been talking about the theme at General Baptist Bible College about humbly bowing before Jesus and serving and worshiping Him. And we've been doing so using a friend of ours.
Yeah, remember Water? Water loves to hold stuff on her nose, or we think she does. Water loves to be held. See her hanging her head out to the side. She loves to go for walks. She loves to nap. Water loves to do a lot of different things.
When we say water, we're talking about our dog, not the ocean. But we've been hanging out with Water, talking about how we can be a little bit more like her. We can hold up things. We can go on walks. We can go on adventures. And today, on our special Easter chapel and Easter devotional, we're going to be looking at something that talks a little bit what we've been talking about bowing before Jesus and focusing on Him and only Him, really. So Victoria is going to be reading a passage out of John chapter 14 really soon. And it's 14 verses 1 through 4. And it's really cool because it's like 1 through 4, like that. What? So it goes 14, 1 through 4. John 14, 1 through 4. I remember when I was in the Philippines for 2 months, back like 10 years ago, I used this passage a lot. And I taught a song. There's a song called Big, Big House with lots and lots of rooms. And it's John 14, 1 through 4. So I really like this song, and it makes me think of the Philippines because a lot of the students there 10 years ago really liked this passage and liked the song. It's a big, big house
with lots and lots of rooms.
And a big, big table
where we can eat our food.
A big, big yard where we can play
football.
It's a big, big house. It's our Father's house. And that's what this passage is talking about today. So Victoria's going to read John 14, 1 through 4.
Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. And you know the way to where I am going.
Okay, I want to focus on one specific part of there. He's like, I'll be with you. Now, I want to remind you something. Jesus, we find out later in Colossians 1:17, Paul writes and says that Jesus was before all things. He's in all things. He holds all things together. So Jesus has always been there. Always, right? He's the creator. He's the right hand. He's always there. And He is going to be with us, the creator of the universe.
With us.
With us. Isn't that really cool? And He said He's going to prepare a place for us. And it's heaven. So, but the disciples were really confused in this. They're like,
what's that mean?
You're leaving us? So let's think about it for a second. Have you ever had something you really loved? Maybe a toy, maybe a dog, maybe a chocolate bar, and someone hid it. And it's like, well, where's it going? Why can't I have it anymore? Why am I not allowed to play my game anymore? Why can't I eat chocolate? Why can't I? You get so confused. Well, the disciples and Jesus have been hanging out for 3 years, been best friends, hanging out, going everywhere, doing everything, doing these miracles, saving people, healing people. It had been really, really cool. Let's think about that. all of these cool things that you've been able to see, and all of a sudden,
Jesus says he's leaving?
excuse me? Like, where are you going? What are you doing? Why can't we just keep helping people here, Jesus? And he's like, don't worry, if I'm going to prepare a place, it's going to be a huge place with lots and lots of room, lots and lots of food, where we can play football, we can hang out. He said, that's what I'm doing for you. Why would I leave? They're still so confused about the whole leaving thing. I remember, so when I was with Water in the States, and I would go, even if I was just going to throw out the trash, which I was going to be gone for like 30 seconds, because taking out the trash doesn't take very long.
She'd want to go with you.
And then she would sit at the window and like bark, like, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Don't leave me.
Right? And that's what the disciples were doing with Jesus. Like, where are you going? I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. And he's like, I'm going to prepare a place for you. And it's a place not only for them, not only for the disciples, but
For us.
it's really cool. But, so, the next question is, how do we get there? And that's what Victoria is going to read in John 14, verses 5 and 6. So to continue with that, these guys are like, we don't know where you're going. It's like Jesus walked outside and the glass door was no longer there. And we can't see where he's going. He's going to shut the door. And they're like, So Victoria's going to read verses 5 and 6.
Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. How can we know the way? Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
I love it. Jesus is like, it's me. Thomas is like, hey, how do we know how to get there? He's like, through me. It's pretty simple. So we're standing in front of these boats right here. Right? These boats are just boats. They can take us somewhere. They can take us out. They can take fishing. Any boat can take you fishing. Any boat can take you to another island. I love when I'm at the Philippines, Davao City, going to the Paradise Island, I think. Is that what it's called? Have you been there? I love going there. But we go on the boat, right? We take the boat. But we don't stay on the boat. We're only on the boat for a bit. There's another island called Managaha, for those of you SCS students here, you know. But when you go on a boat over there, you're just going on the boat.
And then you get off the boat.
Because you're going to the
Island.
Yeah. But Jesus says, like, I am the boat to take you there, and I am the party. Like, I am the way there, I am the truth, I am the life. Like, you get it when you get me. Let's think about that for a second. We don't have to get off. He's not just the avenue, like, he is the thing, and it's so exciting, and he always has been the thing, as we talked about earlier, from the very beginning. And we need Jesus. So, in today's special Easter message, whether you're watching this before Easter, maybe you're watching this just after Easter, or a long time after Easter, if you're just stumbling upon this on our channel, the really cool thing is, because of what Jesus did on the cross, every day can be your Easter. And so what is Easter? What does it mean? Well, a lot of times when we think of Easter, we think it means Jesus dying on the cross. But Easter is not Jesus dying on the cross. Easter is when he
came out of the tomb and he rose again.
Because if we just celebrate a guy dying, right? It's sad, but that's all it is.
But he came back to life.
Right? We don't worship a dead guy. We don't celebrate a dead guy. A lot of religions around the world, they celebrate a wise guy who ended up dying for the cause or dying for whatever reason, and that's what they celebrate. And that the guy was wise, the guy was smart, the guy pointed them to God, but then it stops there. And that's the difference with Christians. That's the difference of what we say of bowing before Jesus' feet and humbly serving him. Because he comes out. Up from the grave, he arose. And then he hung out with his disciples and he hung out with his apostles. And then he went up into heaven because he's going to prepare a place for us. And that is just, it's so cool. That's what we get with Jesus. He says, I'm going to go prepare a place for you because he's still alive. He's not a dead guy just waiting for us all to come up Like, he was God, he is God, and he will forever be God. So whatever day you're watching this, before Easter, on Easter, after Easter, way after Easter, it can be your Easter of when you come out of your grave. Whoa, what does that mean? What does it mean to come out of your grave? Well, we all live in death. Remember, Victoria read that it's that Jesus says, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am
The life.
He gives us life. We don't have to be sad anymore. We don't have to be depressed anymore. We don't have to go through storms of life. We don't have to be hit with waves and stop there. See, we will go through those things. We will go through storms. Bad things will happen. It's the world. But we don't have to stop there. We're not going to die there. Up from the grave, we will arise. We can. He will give us life if we turn to Him. Any day, on Easter, after Easter, and that is our challenge to you this school year as we all are getting ready to wrap up. GBC is getting ready to wrap up. SCS getting ready to wrap up. We're in the fourth quarter, going strong. And it's like, okay, well, what's going to happen next? Well, we can look to Jesus and say, hey, this whole year we've learned that He creates, He rescues, and He restores. This whole year we focused on how that God will fight for us. We only need to be still and silent. That He will give us that life, even when it looks like nothing. That we can stay and be patient and trust Him. So that is our challenge for you today, to know that He is preparing a great place for you. A great place for all of us. The Creator of the universe will be there with us. And that He is the way. And He is the truth. And He gives us the life. No one gets to the Father except through Him. No one finds a God. No one finds comfort. No one finds peace. No one finds anything except through
Jesus.
So, we challenge you to say, hey, do I know Jesus? Do I have Jesus? Do I trust Jesus? Because we can know of Him. We can go to school. We go to private schools. We can be a subscriber to a Christian channel. But if we don't know, trust, and follow Jesus, we don't have anything. So, where are you with that? I encourage you, if you have questions, if you ask us in the comments, or ask us in person if you know us, or ask one of your GBC teachers. Find someone you trust and ask them how you can get to Jesus. Just pray and say, Jesus, You are the way, You are the truth, You are life, and I want that life. So, thanks for hanging out with us today. Beautiful Saipan, and our challenge is that you go on an adventure with Jesus first and foremost. And if you want to go on adventures with us more than just once a month, Victoria, what should they do?
They should hit that subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. All right. I am Pastor Matt.
I'm Victoria.
Thanks for hanging out with us wherever you are, SCS, GBC, all over the world. Make sure you stay chill and float on. Do you know that song? It's a big, big house with lots and lots of room. A big, big table with lots and lots of food. A big, big yard where we can play football. A big, big house. It's my Father's house. And that is so exciting. It doesn't matter who we are, where we're from. God's house is for us. He wants us. He's inviting us in. It's going to be so great when we can all hang out together. But how do we get there? The other part there of John 14, verses 5 and 6, it says that He is the way, He is the truth, and He is the life. So today, that's going to be our sword drill. So everyone grab out your Bibles, hold it like this, and we are going to go to Psalm, the book of Psalms. We're going to go to Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. I know that's a ton of verses. Psalm 119 is the longest chapter in the Bible. The book of Psalms is the biggest book. So it might be easy to find, and it's basically in the middle. So we're going to go to Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. I'm going to say it 2 more times, then go, and we'll all go to Psalm 119, 105 together. Ready? Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. Ready? Go. And as always, when looking for a sword drill, if you don't know that the book of Psalms is right in the middle, then you can go to the table of contents. There's nothing wrong with that. And some Bibles have the table of contents in alphabetical order, and the book of Psalms actually starts with a P. So go to the P's, find where Psalms is, and then go all the way to chapter 119. So I see Psalms here, Okay, it's before Proverbs. I have my bookmark there, but it's Psalm 119, verse 105. So it goes Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. So if you're looking around, you're like, I'm in Esther. We'll keep going. Esther, Job, Psalm. Oh, there it is. If you've gotten to Proverbs, you've gone too far. So go back. Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. This is a very, very popular verse. Maybe you've heard it before. So it talks about how we should be focusing on God and His Word in Psalm 119, 105. Let's all read it together. Ready? Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light into my path. It takes me where it goes. We also know that Jesus is the Word. The Word became flesh, who He is. And so Jesus is the one who takes us. He is the one who guides us. He is the one who directs us. Because as we talked about today in the message, He is the way, He is the truth, and He is the life. He's the only one who can do it. So whatever day this is for you, if it's before Easter and you're watching this, if it's on Easter, if it's way after Easter, just know that any day can be an Easter for you where you accept Jesus. And we hope that you can do that. If you don't know how, reach out to us via email or comments below somehow, and we would love to walk that journey with you as you walk the journey with Jesus. All right, that's our challenge. Wherever you are, whether you're in your classroom or whatever, at home, but one thing that we like to end all of our chapels with is singing the Family of God song. So now is the time to do that. I'll try to put those lyrics in the description below for those of you on YouTube, and you can sing that, or at least read through those, that we love this family of God. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we can see you in the next chapel, or maybe before on one of our next adventures. All right. Bye, everybody.